Just a little video as I leave the... I'm on Shepherd's Combe now, along here. Left Hodders Combe back there. Met a lady, had a little chat with her. Another lady, I met a lady with a dog earlier. I met a man passed me on his bike. Not a young man, could be my age, coming up here on his bike. Not a powered bike. And I've noticed there's honeysuckle type plant growing on other plants, which I've not noticed before. All over the place. Like someone's just dropped it out of a plane and it's landed on top of bushes. There's some on top of this one. And I don't think it's got anything to do with this plant. It's a different plant. It's got different leaves and everything. Yeah, it's weird. It's pretty. There's a rhododendron over there, which some people say is invasive. They're trying to cull it. But here's an example of a plant. I'm on Zoom, wait a minute. Here's an example of a plant that's been overtaken by a type of honeysuckle plant, which I've never noticed before. It's there. Camera's not brilliant at keeping light. See? That sort of honeysuckle on the top there. And it's all down this valley. It's just, like I said, it's like someone's dropped it out of a plane. And it's darted about, and I've never really spotted that before, but maybe it's always happened. And I just didn't know. I've put some repellent on, which I now smell like repellent mixed with a bit of a sun protector, which I put on for my nose. We've got a bit of cloud, so it's not too bad. And I'm, touch wood, everything's fine with the foot at the moment. I'm taking my time. I'm trying to avoid twisting my ankle. And I feel alright at the moment. I haven't had to have a paracetamol, put it that way. Well, there's a good close-up of that plant here. Maybe it always happens and I just haven't noticed it before. There, look. Stop. I'm going to turn off and take a picture. Right, guess where we are? Those that follow me and know me. Bicknoller Post. We're not going over that side today. We've done a lot over there. I wanted to do West Bagborough, but I'm going to leave it until after my family tree trip. And then I'm going to do it. Will's Neck, West Bagborough, and, you know, oh, look at the little sheepies under there. And look at that view. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? Dunkery Beacon in the distance. He's 70, I'm 73 and a half. He didn't hold anymore. I thought he was about that. I don't tell him how old I am. Oh, you don't have to move, sheepies. It's alright, I'll move it your way. Right, folks, just met a man on a bike. He's gone on ahead now. And it was his own pedal power, no battery operated one or electric. And I could see he was struggling coming out of a steep bit, so I quickly got out the way. And when I got up the top, he was sat just resting, and I said, "Oh, you deserve that rest." And he said, "I don't." He said, "I didn't think I'd be able to do that." He said, "I don't tell a lot of people," but he said, "I'm 70." And I said, "Oh, you've done really well." I didn't tell him that I was 73 and a half. Look at that lovely view, look. Dowsborough Hill Fort, right? I'm not going there today. We're coming forward a bit over towards Higher Hare Nap. We're not doing Lower Hare Nap because it's too ferny. Too close to ticks. So this is a Macmillan Way, and it's a route. It's an old battle route, as I've mentioned before. Old Anglo-Saxon battle route, and I expect the Romans were up here as well, because they got everywhere. And I've videoed, photographed, and talked and narrated and reflected on this route many a time in all directions, on down all tracks. Today I'm keeping to the broad one, but eventually I'll be right over there, over Higher Hairnap. Not the hill fort, one before, just in front. You can hardly see it's a hill actually. It blends in as if it's a part of the fort, but it's actually a separate hill. And I'll be going up that. But you don't notice you're going up it. It's not like what I've just done. It's a gentle undulating. But of course, if you're knackered and tired and breathless, it will feel tough. But I'm walking. I expect this not very good picking up my voice on here because of the wind. But I'm walking along in my most beautiful jewel, my Quantock Hills, and I've just come up through that gorgeous combe, the most gorgeous place on earth to me. I'm almost a part of it, you know what I mean? That's home to me down there. That's home. It all is, but that is especially home down there. Just doing a little bit of videoing so you can see where I'm going. Longstone Hill over there. Beacon Hill right over there. I've done it all. I haven't explored Greatwood much because that's a cultivated. This is more wild. I like the wild areas. Greatwood is more of a plantation, if you know what I mean. Regimented rows of trees with tracks. I'm not quite so keen on that. I have been in it. I've done orienteering in there in the past. But I love this. And I'm looking out for deer. So I'm going to have to turn off for a minute because if this... No, I've gotten to the battery. It's alright. Because I don't know how to zoom properly on a mobile. My Canon, I need to get the zoom lens. I would need to buy that. And then I can fix it to the camera and have a zoom lens for long range. Especially when you want to do the deer. You need it. Yeah, there's my Higher Hairnap. Up there, where the cairn is. Where I go on October the 7th to remember the massacre. Terrible massacre. And to hope peace will come, because it's not just a massacre now. It's a genocidal slaughter that the Israelis are doing. And what I'm saying, they allowed October the 7th to happen, to legitimize their invasion, to kill all the Palestinians or throw them out. It was allowed to happen. They sacrificed 1,000 of their own in a horrific way. They turned a blind eye for over 7 hours while the slaughter was happening. Right. And some of those who survived, and they're their own soldiers, we don't hear much of, said no one came. We told them that that Hamas were doing a lot of training and practice. So they allowed that festival with rich kids and big posh cars to come and dance throughout the night. Their last moments on earth. They allowed it. So I have to stress this. One MP mentioned it once, and you never hear about him again, that it was allowed to legitimise their slaughter. Now, turn off.